My, oh my, what a nice looking table we have here today. So, we are back with another episode. Today, I want to talk a bit about, I kind of hinted at this the other day, but about ports. Before we get started, start handling these things a lot, let's just do a quick safety check, make sure that we are all unloaded and that we're safe and good to go. Woo, look at all those holes in there. We'll talk about that one a little bit too. But what I want to talk today about specifically are these ports. I hinted at it. You can see these go right straight through. Actually, if I use my flashlight and shine in the bore, we can see the bore inside of there. And so these are meant for, even this big end frame has actually got a detachable version. This is called a compensator. So what it's compensating for is that when the trigger is pulled and the gun goes off, we have a bullet that is getting propelled down the barrel and out the muzzle. Along with that, as the bullet travels down the barrel, this is also filled with gas. There is an air gap here. We're going to talk about this a bit more. There is an air gap here, but this is only, in Smith & Wesson land, this is only 0.006 of an inch. It's very small. So as this is traveling down and it's filled with gas, and some powder is actually still ignited and still burning even, and it's making, sometimes depending on the powder that's used, it's making pressure as it's traveling down the bore. And when it gets to the end, that gas is going to escape very quickly out, straight up out of that port. And instead of having a scenario where the gun rises, that gas that's escaping out of that port is going to push back down and compensate for the recoil, right? So on this really large end frame, this is Smith & Wesson end frame, has an optic. This is also a gun that is designed for racing, big two-handed grip. It actually shoots 9mm ammunition. You're thinking, okay, for those of you that know, if you do know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. For those of you that do know, 9mm ammunition is a rimmed cartridge, or a rimless cartridge, and 38-57 is a rimmed cartridge. But each of these guns features a port on it. Features a compensator. Two different, we have here in front of us two different styles. We're blurred right out, but we have in front of us two different styles of compensation, but achieving the same goal. Now, there are drawbacks to this. This is a Smith & Wesson Model 19 Performance Center carry comp. This is a high mileage gun. It's got a lot of rounds through it, but it also features night sights, a 3-dot set and night sights, right? Now, if we've got a fast burning powder in here, or a particular powder charge, maybe something that just burns a little bit slow, this thing is gonna release quite the fireball out of the top of it. And if we are in a low light situation, which we have shot this in a low light situation, we're gonna see a lot of fire, and that's going to be a little bit difficult because essentially what you're holding on to is a flashbang. So these sort of have this idea has a pro and a con side. It's got 2 different sides. But it is, it's pretty cool on a gun like this, on guns that are meant to be shot in the middle of the day and are meant to go fast. It's really an incredible effect, because this gun, we can load this up with the hottest 357 that we have. And this gun, when you pull the trigger and the hammer falls and the shot fires, we don't really get this recoils directly straight back in your hand instead of recoiling up in the air like that. And it's a pretty cool effect. Feels like a it's got the follow through of a 6-inch barrel, but it handles like a 4-inch barrel, and it's still just as accurate. It's accurate as all get out. It's probably one of the more accurate double action revolvers that I own, aside from this beauty. So that's kind of it. We've got compensated guns, and the compensator is going to allow gas to escape, and it's going to direct that gas to counter recoil, to keep this thing flat in your hand. Thanks, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Something that I do want to leave you with is some of this. This is inert ammunition. This is practice ammunition. We can see here we don't have any primers in it. But what? We've got eight rounds of 9mm here, right? Kind of an interesting idea. I'm going to talk about this a little bit, maybe in the next video, maybe another video after that. We might talk about this a little bit more. We've got another setup here. If you know what these are, or you want to take a guess at what these things do, drop it in the comments. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.